even though your intentions may be right, you don't always go about it the right way. And so sometimes you got to take a loss before you can secure the victory. It doesn't mean it's over, because you see they never gave up. They say, all right, Lord, should we go? Yes. Should we go? Yes. Should we go? Yes. This time I will help you out. Many of us, we will bail at the first defeat. Even though I know God was with me, but yet I lost, so therefore I don't want to fool with this anymore. But a loss in and of itself is never worth anything unless you learn something from your loss, right? There are countless times of situations in the Bible where the losses had to occur for the victory to come, And so you can't spend your time worrying about the loss as if, Lord, you're not going to bless me. Versus, all right, Lord, what am I doing that's not causing you to bless me? Because I know you want me to walk into this, but yet every time I go, I'm not being successful in what I'm doing, And so obviously there's something that I'm doing that's wrong, that's not right, that's not according to the scriptures. Whatever the case may be, God needs to get my attention, because sometimes when we move for God, we move with the authority of thinking that we got this thing figured out. Let me help you out. Nobody has it figured out. Even when God has called you to this walk or whatever it is, there's still more that you have to go through to get there. Remember, we talked about it last week, 40 years or 11 days. They could have been somewhere quicker, but because they still had to learn some stuff, they had to go through some stuff and some tragic stuff. But yet at God's moment of delivery, that's when delivery will come. But you got to be able to sit there in the crease, in the palm of God's hands, right? You got to let him truly lead you. You can't just go with the authority. Well, I know the scriptures. I know this. I pray. I fellowship. I'm all this. I'm all that. And yet you go in there and then you get your butt handed to you. Because number one, it's not about your might. It's not about your power. They believe they're going in with the full force of God because they're going to wrong or right, but yet they got their butts handed to them. So they kept coming back because they're like, Lord, we got to do something. And then they got their butts handed to them again. But then when you read that last time, said this time they started kind of fasting and praying, humbling themselves. Okay, Lord, obviously we can't do this thing, but we need to know if you will be with us on this. When he said this time, I'll be. Why? Because he noticed a different posture, right? A different position from where they was coming. They wasn't just attacking because they was Israel, because Israel had just been defeated twice. So now there was some humility. Okay, Lord, what is it that we need to do to conquer what you've given us? Well, they had to do what? They had to strategize. God gives you a call. God gives you an assignment. God gives you a plan, and you don't even strategize to walk through it. You just say, well, whom he calls, he qualifies. Okay, the scriptures, but the qualification comes from somewhere else. So when I became a minister, I didn't just become a minister. I understood the call and I walked into the call, but then the call also led me back to school. Learn more Bible, learn more knowledge, learn more information. Why? Because I had to be able to assimilate information the way I understood it, the way God called me, and I could not do that from my own, well, he called me, so I know I'm ready.